They keep saying, "Nee, but why do you only do female-centric films?" I want to say, but you know, have you ever asked a male hero, why do you only do male-centric films? I'm at the center of my universe. And you know, I don't want to play second fiddle to anyone.
Absolutely.
So if I'm at the center of my universe, then I want to be at the center of the story in the film.
If you have thoda bhi drive, ambition, want to do something better, you are called names, you're slut shamed, my God, the words that I've heard. You have drive, you have guts. You know, all people want to do is take that away from you. Misogyny is just felt on so many levels. So you just become difficult. You become, इसके साथ काम नहीं करते, इसके बहुत नखरे हैं.
Our fear as women is intergenerational. It's our legacy. It's what we inherit. Fear of being hurt, fear of being molested, fear of being raped, fear of being disrespected, misunderstood. I remember for the longest time I would get my hairdresser to share my room with me. I would refuse to stay alone. Never know who would show up at your door.
Yeah.
At what time of the night.
Always been asked about, oh, but you're not the quintessential Hindi film heroine, you don't fit into the mold.
I have grown up also feeling extremely insecure about my body and about my face. If you're a cinematographer and if you want to excel, you have to be a better cinematographer than you were to excel. But to be an actor and become a bigger actor in here, you have to be slimmer, younger, more popular. You don't have to be a better actor.
I wasn't a conventional looking girl ever, so there was a lot of body shaming and I was complexed about the way I looked, and just growing up I hated everything about myself. So the first time when a boy told me, "Oh my God, you're so cute," I was like, really? Am I cute?
Why is it that young women, when they are actors, are constantly linked with their leading men? Why do people think that that's the only way women can get ahead?
There were a couple of films that I did where, despite my presence, I didn't see myself at all. I thought that if you took me out of the film would still go on. And that's when I realized that that's not the kind of work I wanted to do. Substantial role would be one emotional scene for sure. I kept waiting for something that will excite me.
We just don't get enough opportunities for us to, build a brand as well as the male artists too. On an average, only 8 songs will have a female voice, and these are not solo. These are female voice, either duet or chorus or solo.
If you look at the where the money goes, I feel like that kind of content is not necessarily very progressive. Are women really making or starring in hugely the biggest money-wise films? Not really.
I can't tell you how much I thank God as a woman and as an actor for Vanity Vans. Trust me when I say this, there are huge practical points to Vanity Vans. There was nothing. There was a shawl.
Definitely representation helps. I remember when I started working in film, I would be one of the 2 people who would be a woman on a set. Yeah, me and my hairdresser. And at that time, the hairdressers were only allowed to be women. So only men were allowed to do your makeup. I feel like some of the worst roles for women were written in the 80s in the commercial space, because they propagated and perpetuated all kinds of nonsense. They were misogynistic, they were sexist.
Because I'm a 90s actor, our careers were done by the time we were 26. 26 was like, you're old, and so, no, in my time, 28, that was your cutoff.
It was wonderful to be able to have been given the privilege of playing a part where I was playing my age, dealing with issues like menopause, and I have a baggage of stardom. I have the baggage of people there's a generation of men and women who've had my poster on the wall. And then you don't want people to age because then your memories age. I mean, I've met countless people over time who told me, "Oh, but you look so different. You were different in Dil Hai Ke Mantri." I said, I was 19. Now I'm 45. Deal with it.
There is a possibility of not saying women-centric roles don't work, because then you don't have anything creative left. Because all you're doing is looking at territories and wondering where you'll sell for how much. So thank God for OTT platforms.
I'm happy that people are also looking at it as now it's not like a female-centric film that used to, we used to have these tags.
Female-led film.
Yeah, now it's just like, it's a film.
There's been a lot of acceptance in the right way. But there are a few people and there are a few voices, in my opinion, that need to be called out and that need to be questioned, that need to be shut down on a regular basis.
Because of the change in the way the audiences think, in what our public, our masses are ready for, the kind of stories they want to hear, they want to see women characters, they want to see them doing different things in different roles, not just the usual, the pious woman and stuff like that. I think they are catering to that, and that's why these kind of roles are getting written.
I mean, there is Meryl Streep, and there is Olivia Colman, and there is Helen Mirren, and they're still doing amazing work. Age has nothing to do with what they're doing. And strangely, they have this rule for the men. Age has nothing to do with the heroes in our industry. So I really hope they stop putting the shelf life for women. Because we have so much to give at every age.
Because they're valuing the fact that women have stories to tell, and that people are interested in those stories. And not just telling those stories, but, in a way where people are investing a lot of money.
I think what has changed is the fact that there is better representation of women. The men are better informed now and are just more sensitized towards what can drive equality.